welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Tulip and Golf. Now, of course, the Amnesty Bill. Having said that,
you make sound like it's another.
It is a big news,
right?
And, the thing is, just to give you an ease in, I will start with what the Prime Minister was doing yesterday.
Okay.
You might think that she would be in the Parliament
Yes.
debating and such. No, she was actually at about 8:20 in the morning yesterday. She started her day off at Hua Lamphong railway station.
Okay.
She was traveling she was visiting the state railway of Thailand activities that they were holding, an event talking about Thailand 2020. That's the event, the names of the event. So, various activities relating to state railways and such. And then she moved on from the Hua Lamphong area, along with Kun Kittirat Naranong, the Deputy Prime Minister, as well as Kun Chachat Sittipan, the Transport Minister. Now, of course, at this point, that means that, it's safe to say these three weren't at the Parliament yesterday when they were deliberating the Amnesty Bill. And then she went to Nakhon Pathom to visit to pay respect to the Buddha there, as well as went to Ratburi province to visit a dairy factory in Ratburi province. She moved on to Phetchaburi province. These are not far away from each other, obviously. The provinces, they can easily get to, it is connected to each other. Now, in Phetchaburi province, she was looking at various activities from the Royal Initiated Project, as well as she went to Prachuap Khiri Khan to look at the Guiburi National Park, to look at Guiburi model where they're doing a conservation and such. And she ended her days at the Hyatt Regency in Hua Hin, the hotel in Hua Hin. So she stayed over at Hua Hin last night. So as I mentioned, she wasn't there at all. So a lot of people were talking about that too, about how come she wasn't there. But then Pheu Thai Party, a few people has came out and say that because he doesn't need to be there.
Right.
We can all do this, and they apparently not part of her duty anyway. So
right.
It was interesting because then people say, but isn't she has to sign this particular, documents to pass it on before send it off to the Prime Minister or send it off to His Majesty the King, and as well make sure that the next deliberation will be done, because once you pass the first round, you have to get a signature from the Prime Minister. And it's like, no.
Okay.
Yeah. So interesting.
But I do know that there is this one member of Parliament from Democrat that is really sick and in hospital. He actually
Kun Gon.
Yes.
Kun Gon Jatikawanit.
He actually from the hospital.
Yeah. He came from a hospital with his needles still in his arm just to come and vote.
On a wheelchair.
Yeah, on a wheelchair. Just to come and vote. There you go. He's not very well, but to his spirit. But of course, still it didn't help, because obviously they were actually passed a bill with 300 versus 124. So it is a tough fight, and we know already, we knew from the beginning that it will pass.
Yeah, because the government certainly have more member of parliament under their pockets.
Exactly, and
it's not even in a compatible numbers between the opposition and the government, I would say.
Right. So at this point, and they say that it has been done very, very quickly, because they start at about 4 o'clock, the deliberation, and of course you press the vote buttons and such, and they shut it off right away.
Right.
After it has been released. And of course, a lot of people were not very happy, and one of the people that obviously especially not happy was a few people from the Democrat Party. There were Kun Bunyat Suktin Thai, who actually, I believe, pretty much tear off this documents,
paper.
that have, that talks about Amnesty Bill and threw it up in the air.
I don't know which one is better between all this and when you see the Taiwanese parliament that MP actually throw fists at each other.
Well, I think this one
While
is
we
prettier.
have people that take chairaways and show
Right.
the shoes, the camera.
The thing is, politicians, I'm sorry to say, is a tough world. I gotta say, like, if you get in there and you're a politician, if you don't do something really drastic or,
Yeah.
if you're not a fighter, you're not gonna survive in this particular
Korea.
Exactly. So there's something got to be done. So at this point, it seems like for sure, first round has already passed. They said that they were hoping, they are already talking about 7 days period that they're going to get everything together in terms of details. Only 7 days. So it's really...
That is pretty quick.
Yeah.
Considering how much...
It seems to take a lot longer.
How much heat this particular bill produced in the past couple weeks or months, actually.
And they will have a committee of 17 people from Pheu Thai Party, 10 people from the Democrat Party as well. And there are a few people one person from Palang Chon Party. Chhat Pathana Party will get one representative as well. And they will have Phum Chai Thai, excuse me, for two from Phum Chai Thai. Now, these are representatives that will make a committee and they would have to talk over it. This particular case.
Okay.
Right.
Now, before we take a short break,
You have an announcement.
This is announcement that related to Amnesty Bill because before the House deliberations start, the government has set up the what they call CAPO or Center for the Peace. Center for the Administration of Peace and Order, or call for short CAPO, and they has issued the ISA for 3 districts in Bangkok.
Yes.
So finally, yesterday, Police General Adun Sang Sinkeo has said that now they are going to cancel the area. No, they already canceled the restricted area and cancel all the roads closure as of yesterday 6 p.m. So now it will open to the normal traffic because one of the reasons is because the Amnesty Bill already passed the first vote, and also he see that the situation is now pretty peaceful,
right?
And look like normal. So they believe that they don't really need this road closure and special security measures.
Right.
But there is a chance that it might happen again when there is the next vote or during the next process of this Amnesty Bill. But as of today, Police General Adun said he already signed a document, just wait for the Prime Minister to authorize and sign it off to cancel the Center for the Administration of Peace and Order itself. So just wait for the Prime Minister to sign to cancel to lift the whole Internal Security Act altogether. So we have not get a confirmation yet whether it's still active.
Right.
But
because
at least right now the area is all open, unrestricted, and also the road is not closed anymore. So people that have been complaining about the traffic. Now it's probably a bit better.
A little bit of a peace of mind, so because you don't have to detour anymore.
But even though people said that the traffic is really bad, Prachapomnot, the Deputy Prime Minister, said he actually he said the police and the government receive compliments on how they handle the situation.
Okay.
Despite the fact how traffic.
Okay, well,
is.
because there's nothing bad happens. Let's just put it that way.
True. It has
Right.
been pretty peaceful. Anyway, we're going to take a short break. We'll
Yes.
come back with Kun Chen and, of course, the hot, heated issue right now, Amnesty Bill, waiting for you. Don't go anywhere.